Good afternoon, I'm Jake Tapper. Welcome to The Lead. We begin with the world lead. There are those who think he is a defender of our basic freedoms. There are those who think he's a traitor to his country, and there are those who just don't know what to think. Edward Snowden is the 29-year-old intelligence contractor who leaked top-secret National Security Agency information, revealing the incredible extent to which the U.S. government is monitoring and keeping records of not just our phone calls, but also apparently our emails, internet searches, downloads, photos, Facebook pages, and on and on. Snowden told the Guardian newspaper, which broke this story, that he did this to wake you up.
Even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're being watched and recorded. You simply have to eventually fall under suspicion from somebody, even by a wrong call, and then they can use the system to go back in time and scrutinize every decision you've ever made.
Critics have questioned Snowden's motives, but not the authenticity of his information, which paints a picture of a massive surveillance state, a government that keeps tabs on who you call, for how long, where you were when you placed the call, and a national security infrastructure that has some sort of access to your emails. The White House today said leaks like this help those who seek to kill Americans.
Leaks of sensitive classified information that cause harm to our national security interests are a problem, a serious problem.
Snowden is currently in hiding. The last we heard, he was in Hong Kong. Before leaking the information, he worked as an infrastructure analyst for intelligence contractor Booz Allen Hamilton, where he had access to this information, though he contacted the Guardian newspaper in February before he worked for Booz Allen Hamilton. In the past, he also worked for the CIA. He was making $200,000 and sharing a home with his girlfriend in Hawaii. Snowden says he left home 3 weeks ago without telling her what he planned. He says he went to Hong Kong because he thinks it's actually a lot more independent than many Western governments. The Guardian revealed Snowden's identity at his own request. The Department of Justice has opened an investigation into Snowden's leaks, and the FBI is investigating too, searching his house, taking his computers, trying to interview his family, friends, co-workers, girlfriend, according to a federal law enforcement source. Part of the reason, Snowden says, he went public is that President Obama let him down. He tells The Guardian, "I did not vote for him. I voted for a third party, but I believed in Obama's promises. I was going to disclose it, but waited because of his election." He continued with the policies of his predecessor. "I believed in Obama's promises," he says. Like what? Well, maybe like this from then-Senator Obama in October 2007.
Your next president will actually believe in the Constitution, which you can't say about your current president. When I'm president, one of the first things I'm going to do is call in my attorney general and say to him or her, "I want you to review every executive order that's been issued by George Bush, whether it relates to warrantless wiretaps or detaining people or reading emails or whatever it is. I want you to go through every single one of them, and if they are unconstitutional, if they're encroaching on civil liberties unnecessarily, we are going to overturn them. We are going to change them."
Now, President Obama's pushback to criticism is that he has increased the checks and balances for these programs, bringing the foreign surveillance courts into the process, for instance, and he insists looping in Congress.
When it comes to telephone calls, every member of Congress has been briefed on this program.
Every member of Congress has been briefed on this program. Not true. Every member of Congress has not been briefed on the phone data program. But don't take my word for it. Here's Democratic Congressman Keith Ellison on this show the very same day President Obama made that claim.
Some members of Congress know about this, but a lot don't. I mean, if you're not on the Intelligence Committee, you may not be in the loop at all. I'm not.
But the president says not to worry. This is all being done by professionals who are responsible with these secrets. Now, it turns out that there are at least 1.4 million Americans with top secret access. And until a few days ago, Edward Snowden was one of these trustworthy souls. Are we really to take at face value the trust us we're being told about this vast surveillance apparatus? Snowden's move, whether or not you agree with it, it puts this back on the people.
The public needs to decide whether these programs and policies are right or wrong. And I'm willing to go on the record to defend the authenticity of them and say, I didn't change these. I didn't modify the story. This is the truth. This is what's happening. You should decide whether we need to be doing this.